Welcome to The Know. I'm Ashley Jenkins.
I'm Burnie Burns.
Get off your phone.
All right, I'm on Reddit.
In news that might shock you, a social media site is experiencing a riot from its users, and this time, not YouTube, but the whole Google Plus integration. This time it's, wait for it, it's Reddit.
Shocking, absolutely shocking. For those of you who are not familiar with what Reddit is, you've been living under a rock for the last 7 years. It's approximately the 32nd most visited site in the world. We say approximately because these numbers come from the traffic ranking site Alexa, and that can be a bit fiddly.
It is third party.
So basically, we're talking about the 32nd most visited site in the world, which is valued somewhere around $250 million.
Really? $250 million?
Yep.
Is that all? It's Reddit. WhatsApp was acquired by Facebook for $19 billion. That's too much. It has to be. It still boggles my mind. But even so, how is Reddit only valued at $250 million? It gets something like 160 million unique users a month. Is my browsing of amusing cat photos worth so little?
But all these numbers don't matter because maybe that's all about to change because after a huge protest late last week, at least 10 of those users, maybe a few more, are jumping ship to alternative sites like Vote, which ironically is now having inaccessibility problems thanks to the heavy load that they're getting.
So here's what happened. Last week, Reddit sacked Victoria Taylor, one of its admins who acted as the company's director of communications.
She's out.
Served as a conduit between the company and the moderators for all the major subreddits, and also organized their AMAs.
Which are Q&As with celebrities and other people like that, if you've never heard of it before.
Yeah, this is just the latest after community manager Dakvac said he was let go due to his leukemia.
Probably not the best reason to let somebody go.
And also the latest excuse to riot against current CEO Ellen Pao, which is all the rage these days.
Yeah, and last month's riot came when the site banned the subreddit Fat People Hate for harassment. That wasn't entirely without reason, which we'll get into, but let's keep in mind that the following subreddits, which are still on the site, are A-OK. Sexy abortions, pics of dead kids, sex with dogs, death fap, I'm gonna stop counting. Get in my van, little girl.
Which, oddly enough, is actually kind of a funny subreddit. It's just pictures of vans. Mostly.
That still sounds creepy as hell.
Yeah.
Rape is fun. Probably not pictures of vans. Watch people die subreddit. Ever question whether the internet is really weird or just, kind of gets a bad rap? It's really weird. It is. And not always in the fun way.
Now, no one is arguing that the subreddit that was banned had a shred of any actual decency because that's not actually what Reddit is about. But that ban did mark a departure from Reddit's former anything goes policy after the fappening last year, which you may remember when a bunch of nude celebrity photos were leaked and Reddit went into overdrive, reposting photos as the company then took them down per DMCA requests. Then CEO Wong announced that, quote, "We will not ban questionable subreddits." He went on, "You choose what to post, you choose what to read, you choose what kind of subreddit to create and what kind of rules you will enforce.
Remember that last part.
We will try not to interfere, not because we don't care, but because we care that you make your choices between right and wrong."
Okay, do you know the tone there? Compare and contrast with Pow's statement following the ban of r/Fat People Hate and its friends. She said, "It's not our site's goal to be a completely free speech platform. We want to be a safe platform, and we want to be a platform that also protects privacy at the same time."
Yes, here's where last month's riot ran out of steam, because they're very different tones, but our Fat People Hate subreddit wasn't banned for its content, which mostly consisted of posting pictures of overweight people and making fun of them. It was banned because, I know it's a terrible thing, but it's not why it was banned. It was banned because users and moderators routinely targeted people for harassment outside of Reddit.
Not good.
And the story was the same for the other newly banned subreddits, which are so terrible, not even gonna name
But
them.
it doesn't matter because that's all old news, flavor, if you will, to give you an idea where this is all going. Victoria is the new news. And another great opportunity for everyone to rebel.
Hooray! Victoria Taylor had been an employee of Reddit since 2013, which in Reddit years is a long time, where she interfaced with thousands of mods running subreddits for the site and made sure AMAs ran smoothly for the most part. She was known for being a huge supporter of everything Reddit and being a pillar of the community on the site.
Which makes her sudden dismissal with no warning for the mods to prepare backups, no explanation, or, any communication from Reddit whatsoever, makes it all so surprising, especially for the mods who relied so heavily on her.
And not that anyone is owed an explanation, mind you. Companies aren't exactly going to tell you why they sacked someone unless there's an already public faux pas like Jeremy Clarkson or Donald Trump.
And in a lot of cases, they legally can't do that either.
Right, and in a lot of cases, employees aren't spilling either. And this is important. That's fine. No one owes anyone an explanation, and what people are upset about isn't that. Well, some are, but
Right.
reasonably what people are upset about is that this is just the latest in a string of concerning moves by Reddit and the lack of communication between Reddit, the company, and Reddit, the community the company relies on to pull in hundreds of millions of users each month.
By pulling them in is how they do that, is by making all the content that appears on the site.
For free.
Yes, so that's why Reddit flipped the switch and went into riot mode.
Burn it down. If you're not well versed in Reddit, but you're here because you like to watch the world burn, one of the unique things about Reddit is its decentralization. Anyone can create a subreddit about anything, no matter how objectionable, and run it as they see fit. They don't work for Reddit. They are the kings of their own domain. They make the rules. They rule any way they please.
And that's very important. That also means they can set the domain to private if they want to, which locks it down so no one can access it, which is exactly what the moderators for hundreds of subreddits did in protests against Reddit management. There were everything from smaller communities like r/burgers
Delicious.
to the biggest default subreddits, which people who aren't even logged into the site see millions of users each month. That includes videos, Ask Reddit, books, Data is Beautiful,
Which I love is on there.
gadgets, gaming, history, AMA jokes, life pro tips, movies, pics, science. Today I learned over 300 in all.
Ask Science Mod Makata said this move, all of them shutting down, was a result of this being just the latest in Reddit's failure to work with its moderators, saying, "This is an issue that has been chronically inadequate for moderators of large subreddits reaching out to the admins over the years. Reddit is a great site with an even more amazing community. However, it is frustrating to volunteer time to run a large subreddit and have questions go unacknowledged by the people running the site."
Most of the subreddits came online after pleas and promises to change came from Reddit management,
Never heard that
who were no doubt looking at all the lost advertising revenue, but there have been other protests that have been ongoing, with users urging a boycott of gilding, that is buying Reddit gold status for other users who make significant contributions to discussions, and a petition calling for the resignation of CEO Ellen Pao, which as of the recording of this news story has passed 150,000 signatures.
In an interview with the New York Times, Powell said the petition didn't faze her. But
Yeah, right.
come on, lady, admit that stings a little bit.
A little bit.
She also doesn't think the
bit.
user riot is a big deal.
Don't say that.
In the same interview, she said the majority of Reddit users don't care, and the ones jumping ship to alternative sites like Vote won't be missed.
Okay, and Reddit users don't necessarily agree though, or they do agree that most users don't care, but they don't agree that that won't matter. User Captain Obvious MC has a pretty spot-on comment, so let's channel his wisdom for a moment, if we
Just
will.
let it waft.
He says, "The moment the content creators jump ship, I'll follow them like the fair weather fan I am, because I don't care at all where I get my content or about which corporation or moderators are involved. If Reddit compromises its content stream by having moderators jump ship, I'm out too. Not because I care, but because I don't." Wow.
Wisdom
that's
on the internet.
Spot on.
For now, Reddit is largely back online, but alternate sites like Vote have been going up and down faster than a dirty joke, trying to deal with the influx of new users, and both users and media are turning an increasingly skeptical eye to Reddit's future.
Let's all remember that Digg was once valued at more than $160 million, but then ended up selling for $500,000 just a few years later.
Digg version 4, never forget.
It is an exceptionally fickle audience historically. Of course, when people jump ship from Digg, Reddit was there to catch them. But Vote didn't just have exactly what it took over the weekend, so it may not be stealing the crown just yet, or possibly even at all. If they're smart, they're beating themselves up over missing out on the opportunity to keep all the users who tried to convert and ended up with server errors. That's not how you take over, guys. Maybe build up a more, robust system before next month's riot.
Which you know is gonna happen.
It's probably gonna happen. I have to say that this opportunity that they missed, I think long term, it's gonna be somewhere between a $50 and $100 million missed opportunity. Those do not come along every day.
No, just once a month.
Yeah.
For now, though, Reddit isn't officially on the endangered list, but the poachers
No.
get off the couch, then it could be trouble. In June, the site had 164 million unique visitors. Let's check in after July and see if that's changed at all. Maybe it's true and Redditors just love the drama no matter how much they deny it. The numbers will tell. Regardless, how are you feeling about Reddit these days? You using it? You jump ship? Let us know in the comments. You get the best news in video games and all the internet drama right here, so make sure you like this video and subscribe to this channel, and we'll keep you in the know.
Or just buy us gold.
Yeah.
That'll work too.